Alright, so it's been a few days since this final Smash Direct, and people have been getting a little bit brazy online, my boys. Like, they're just being a little bit too extra. Talking about, oh, this Direct saved me $60. Oh, they're running out of ideas for characters. Oh, they put a plant in over, insert character name here. Spirits mode looks like garbage. It looks so overly complex. Why'd they take so long with it? Which is true. It does look a little garbage, and they did take a little bit too much time with it, but, that's just me. I agree with that one. But overall, people are just seeming a little bit too entitled, per se, for my tastes. And that may just be the vocal minority. I personally don't have a problem with the Direct. Thought it was okay. I'm a simple man. You give me a working online experience so I don't have to go to locals or get somebody in my goddamn house to play some competitive Smash, and I'm fine. But after widening my scope of interest to see what everybody else is seeing, I gotta say some of y'all do have some points. In some instances. Like I was talking about just before, Spirits Mode. They honestly did not need to have it blurred out or hyped up like they did in the first Direct. They should have just came out and said what it was, because what it really was just a compromise of trophies and a blend of event mode to give it a little bit of flavor, kind of just bland if it was just a replacement for trophies, I guess. And they did spend way too much time on it. It was like 10 minutes talking about, oh, you could fight 3 Sonics with drills, like bruh, no. And then they just kept on going. It was a little bit crazy. And because it was going so long, it just seemed overly complex. Like they were doing so much with it, it was just like, just wasn't meshing with people. Then there's reveals, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a sec, but they could have done better with those too. Overall, this Direct just felt like it had a little bit too much fluff, It was 40 minutes, people were hyped, it was like, ooh, the Direct is 40 minutes, oh boy, we're about to get some juicy announcements. And it was like, nah, here's Spirits Mode for 10 minutes and how to use the damn help and screen brightness options. Man, this is so much they could have cut, or just, not take so long to show off. Like, they really had us there watching them change the screen brightness, my guys. And language options and help menus is like, come on. Like, after sitting down and watching the Direct again, I was like, okay, I hear these people, I understand what they're saying. Still, wasn't a horrible Direct. Like, they're still jumping the gun talking about, oh, it saved me $60. I was like, alright, we didn't need your scrub ass on online anyways. It's crazy out here. Honestly, this Direct should have been as long as the first one, a nice clean 20 minutes or so. Shit, if I want to keep it 100 with y'all, speaking of the first Direct, a lot of those stuff should have been kept for this Direct. Like, I'm no marketing expert or anything, but how clean would it have been to hear, oh, we got like 1,000 music tracks and over 100 stages with options in this Direct, since the game is so close to coming out. It's not like back then the game needed to be hyped up or anything. People were already hyped and ready for any type of info they can get. You could told them about the damn screen brightness then, they still would have been hyped, because we had no information until that point. But them giving out that info now, it would have been a lot more beneficial if you ask me. Hearing all that now, I'm like, damn son, I'm ready to play this game. We only got 30 days, we got over 100 stages, bruh. But it's neither here or there. Like I said, I'm no marketing expert. What do I know? I'm just a bully. It just feels like a dropped opportunity to get some interesting / hype-worthy info, but they used it way too early. But let's cut the BS and keep it a buck here. Everything I've stated thus far aren't the reasons why people are in their feelings about this Direct. Well, not the only reasons. We all know it's because they had their own damn expectations way too high. It may not seem like it, but y'all was asking for a lot of shit. Yes, some of the choices on what to show and include in the game were a bit questionable, to say the least. But not everything was inherently bad. It's just not what you wanted. You know what? Let's continue to be real here. The Grinch leaks. That shit got y'all way too amped up. Maybe it's Nintendo's fault and they should have been a little bit more wary of their own fan base and swapped the Smash Direct reveals around, or something to regulate / match their audience's interests. Like, for example, Incineroar, in my opinion, was a bad call for the final base game character announcement. Should have been like this. First Smash Direct, hold back Sign because he was high-key the biggest announcement. Swap him with Incineroar. Also keep K. Rool in that Direct to cap it off because he's a big character too, so he's a good way to cap off that Direct. Then in this Direct, kick it off with Ken as usual, and add in the Simon / Richter trailer somewhere later in. I feel like that would probably flow / have people's interest way more than having just Ken and Incineroar. That way, the first Direct has those 2 Echo Fighters, Chrom and Dark Samus, it has Incineroar, and it wraps up with K. Rool. That's pretty clean for the first Direct. In this Direct, you have Ken, then you have Simon and Richter, and then you have the PD Piranha or whatever. I feel like that would have meshed with people a lot better. But like I said, what do I know? I'm just a boy on the internet. Only fault I see in this happening is that there's a matter of the trailers. I don't know how long they took to make or when they were made, but having them the way they were with like Ken and Incineroar being in the same trailer, it might have been a hassle to swap character reveals between the directs, you know? But I feel like before all of this, they should have known that K. Rool and Simon in one direct would have been way more hype than having Incineroar and Ken in the last one, you know? It just feels off to me. I feel like they didn't play their cards right with these characters and how to reveal them. But you know, hindsight is 20/20 and all that jazz. Even with all this said though, I still think that the direct was pretty good, and no way worthy of saying, oh, it killed my hype for the game in the slightest. Yeah, presentation-wise and maybe even content-wise, in some cases things aren't amazing, but like I said, I'm a simple guy. You give me a functioning Smash game with its core intact and I'm good personally. But I def see where people are coming from, and where they could be disappointed now that I sat down and talked about it. In all honesty, I've said this before to a bunch of people, I could have waited a whole other year or something for another Smash game, and I kinda wish it came out a little bit later in the Switch's lifespan. Could you imagine if we had time to get Octopath Traveler characters or ARMS and Xenoblade characters? It would have been crisp. Or if Spirits Mode and Save the Light Mode had a little bit more time in the dev oven and we got like more cutscenes or made Spirits look a lot less, you know, like JPEGs. Damn, could you imagine like an in-engine cutscene sprinkled throughout Spirits Mode or whatever it's called? I think people would have been a lot more privy to what was shown in this latest direct if the game just had a little bit more time. People may disagree with me, but I feel like we could have waited at least one more year for Smash to come out, but hey, you deal with what you're dealt. But that's all I've got to say, and you know what content creators say at this point in the video. But I'll say it again for the people in the back. If you dig the video, make sure you like it, and if you want to consider sticking around to see what's to come on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Your boy needs the support, and I got some pretty interesting things that I've been working on that I can't wait to get some feedback on so I can make it even better for your viewing pleasure. But in the meantime, it's been your boy AG. I'm gonna go make a sandwich or something, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay golden. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you look right above me, you can see 2 of my previous videos. So, if you feel like supporting your boy, feel free to check them out. It's okay, take your time. I'll just be right here when you're ready to watch them.